Good Saturday morning to you. I have got the big door up. It's about 10:30 on the 24th, and it's already about 70 degrees. So I think I'll try to get just a little bit of work done to the 65 today. As you've seen at the first of the video, I have more rain around in places, but it seems like my gutters have done really well. Right here's the old ones. I have use for them. We have we have a cabin a few miles from us here that could probably use new gutters. Of course, I'm gonna have to cut them. These are 60 feet long, so. But the guys that put my new ones up, told me that if I'd just come by, they'd give me a few caps to go on the end of them, and I'll just cut them off and cap them to the right length. So downspouts, they saved everything for me. They didn't even bend the gutters when they took them down. Really, really good guys. So I have my 6-inch gutters up now, big gutters, and I'll show you back here in the back. Back side here is lower. It's below ground level, and I've been digging to try to keep the water below the floor level inside. But on this end, I had a downspout. Of course, I left that end the way it was. The downspouts down there, comes down on the front, but back here I had my downspout go down the back of the building and down to the lower side of the garage, where there won't be no having to dig from here out there. So that should carry the water from this end of the gutter down to that end. And then what I will do when I get out here is I will take these two and go down there. I have when it rains, I have a kind of a wet weather spring that goes down through there and runs down into the city drain. So I will dig this out and put this in. But now, to the suggestion of Carolina Man and TJ, 2 subscribers, they said, why don't I go ahead and put French drains in? So I have the piping for the French drains, but I can't get a gravel truck in here right now because it is so wet. So thank you guys for your suggestions. I kind of had it in mind to begin with, but being as I have 2 other guys making suggestions, it seems like it's probably going to be a good idea to go ahead and do that. So just a shout out to those 2. Thank you very much. And let's look at the 65. A while, when I was taking the windshield out, I had to turn the wiper on. I turned the wiper on and was going to turn it off with the wiper blade in an upper position where I could just go ahead and take the wiper blade off from the wiper motor itself, from the arm itself. When I turned the wiper on, it wouldn't turn off. Even with the key off, it wanted to run. Well, no, with the key off, it wanted to run, but it would shut off. But with the key on, no matter where I turned the switch, it wouldn't shut off. So I figured maybe the switch was bad. So anyway, I hunted and couldn't find one for a 65, and my brother Mike finally found one online, and he told me, he said, that this is probably the only NOS 65 Ford pickup truck wiper switch that he can find. He said it's probably the only one that exists on the planet, which is kind of funny, but anyway, I figured it was the switch. So here's the old one. But anyway, I plug the switch in and now it won't do anything. So I take my test light and I check with the switch on. I check all the lights, or all the power on all the, I check all the plugs and I have no power on any of them. So the switch panel box doesn't have an indication for a wiper. So I think it's going to be internet time, and I'm going to look and see what I can do about maybe alleviating this problem. I want to get my wiper switch back in there and get my wipers working again. It's just kind of bothered me ever since it happened, and I know I was working on the floors, but I'm going to see what I can do about trying to get this thing fixed. So, hey folks, it's Tommy. I think I want to give you guys kind of a brief explanation about this video. My brother brought his Cobra in and back in, and he was ready to go ahead and start putting the Kenne Bell supercharger on it. So I kind of stopped on the Ford. I've worked on it a little bit, you know, here and there, but I spent a lot of time helping him with getting the supercharger on. I'll show you guys a clip of what we've got done to it so far. He ended up having whoever had the car before him. It's a 2010 engine and a 1997 car. And when he bought the supercharger, you know, this and that, things were different. And anyway, he had underdrive pulleys on the crank and the water pump. So when he put the Kenne Bell idler on, nothing wanted to work right. So we got to looking at it, and that's the problem. That's what happened. So we've had to kind of quit, and he's going to have to order pulleys for it. But anyway, I didn't get much done to the Ford. We're kind of jumping around all over the place on this thing, on this video. So I did want to post something though, so you guys could at least know what's going on. So and if you're happen to be a Mustang fan, you can see where we're at on that, on the Kenne Bell supercharger. So he was a little disappointed. We spent 3 days, not full days, but just fooling around with it, taking our time, making sure everything was right. And now here it is Sunday evening, and we have to quit until next weekend. But anyway, hope y'all enjoy. Sorry that it's not the Ford, the 65 truck this time, but we are doing a little bit of wrenching, and maybe it'll give y'all something to watch. So here it is. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the like button. If you're a subscriber, thanks for hanging in there, and we'll see you guys later. Thank you. Well, it's Kenne Bell supercharger time. Mike's brought his Cobra back in. It's been about 2 weeks, I guess, since we put the rear end back together. We took it out and thrashed it, and it's running like really good. So we'll set up I'll set up a tripod. We'll watch this emerge. This Kenne Bell supercharger. We'll get it put on here. It's a twin screw. Looking, that's supposed to be specially made for the Mustang. We've never done this before, but I guess there's a first time for everything. Everybody has a first time doing things, so I'll set a tripod up and keep you guys posted.
Them ain't gonna have enough, them ain't wide enough
You got a treat on there to light it.
now. I'm gonna finish him off before I cut him off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to leave that. We need to leave that rubber out in the front, right in front of the garage out here. The coolant. Take a little while. You ain't got it opened all the way up. The way it's up in there, you ain't even gonna be able to get it out without making a bad mess. Well, it's ready to drop the supercharger in. I have a new wall ornament for my garage. Well, the gasket sealer is on. Ready to drop it on. I'll put you guys right here. On there. Got to do something here. Can't get it dirty.